In this video, we're going to be doing an interesting thought experiment today. So first of all, I'm going to be breaking down a Shopify store and how they've been able to achieve over $250,000 in revenue in the last month with a very simple idea in an amazing niche that I think will inspire you guys a lot. And second, I'm going to be adding some things that I would do to take this store from $250K to $500K. So a 100% increase in revenue. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I feel like I have to remind you, you're not going to be sold on any courses on here or anything. This is 100% free education. And basically some of the tips that I'm going to be applying here are some of the things that we're doing on this brand right here with my agency Academy, where we're managing over $1 million a month in e-commerce revenue. We're not going to waste any time as always. So the store is called Mall Paper. Maybe I'm butchering that. I'm really sorry if I did, but this is a beautiful store. What they sell is notebooks and journals. And you may think, well, you can get a journal just on Amazon, right? But these are very specific kinds of journals. So what they have is healthy habit trackers. They also sell some affirmation decks. So just some things that are going to help you live a calmer, happier life. And a lot of you guys may not really know too much about this niche. Honestly, I'm not super familiar with this niche either, but I personally do keep a journal where I write things down basically like every day. And I do think that's helped me a lot in terms of remaining calm and also remembering ideas and staying in the present moment, which is what a lot of people need nowadays. So that's basically what the niche is, in my opinion, is the mindfulness niche. So I looked up this trend line here. So by the way, when I say trends, a lot of you guys assume that I mean just like short-term things. But when I say trends, I literally just mean the direction of the data, right? So when I say this is a good trend to get started in, I don't mean that this is what the hype is all about. I think that's how a lot of people associate the word trend. I mean, literally, I'm looking at the data and this trend looks like it's a good opportunity in terms of the direction that it's headed. And for this particular case, it's even more so that way because not only is this consistently going up, but it's also something that if you really think about it, people could get a ton of value from. So sure, maybe this is kind of a lot of money for a notebook, but its intention is to have this tremendous value in your life. What's the price that you would pay in order to feel calmer and happier, right? I think most people would say a pretty high amount of money. By the way, this is a Shopify store and Shopify is still running that insane free deal and then only $1 a month for a plan in the link in the description. I think it only lasts for November. I'm not exactly sure, so take advantage of it if you haven't built your Shopify store yet. It's a really cool store. We basically just broke down the problems that they're solving here, which again, that's a big part of having a successful business. Now, if we actually look at the traffic though, we can see that they are quite successful. So as we see here, the trend line for the traffic distribution of this store is looking real good. In October, they got 260,000 monthly visitors, which at their average order value, I'm assuming is actually well beyond $250,000 a month. I'm sure they're doing much more than that, but just for the sake of being conservative and, not overstating a brand success, we're just going to say 250K a month. And here's something very interesting that I did not expect to see. So one of the things that they're doing is they're actually optimizing a lot for SEO. So as you see, they're trying to target different keywords. And for example, you can see some of these products showing up on the how to stop watching porn keyword, stop watching porn, manifesting writing, affirmation deck. So basically for a whole range of habits that people want to get rid of or that they want to change. But I never thought about how something like this, for example, could help somebody quit a bad habit. So for example, you saw porn, but we could say smoking or eating out all the time. And this is an angle that I've never seen any brand advertise. So personally, it seems like that's starting to work well and not a lot of brands are doing that. So now let's go to the phase of what I would do to take this to over $500,000. Basically, it would be a lot of what they're already doing, which is starting to post a lot of short form content consistently, which they are doing. As you see, only 5 days ago, they launched this video, and then reposting all of that content on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, which they also are doing. Actually, I don't think they're doing YouTube Shorts. So that's definitely one where they could improve. And this is just to build a really nice solid foundation for a community and to be able to test a lot of different content for free, because that's the second step. I would definitely start running more ads. They're only doing these carousel ads, but since they have some amazing short form content, I would definitely launch some of those pieces of content as ads on here. Videos do tend to get cheaper costs. Not that images don't work. Obviously, images do work, but you should be testing both. If you have a lot of content to test, there's really no reason to not test it out with Instagram ads and Facebook ads. And of course, I would continue to scale this with a little bit of paid Google ads. That's a really good combination, focusing on the organic SEO of your store while also running a little bit of ads targeting different keywords. It's kind of the same thing like we're doing on Instagram, right? We're posting organic content as reels, but then we're also boosting some of that content with some conversion optimization ads. And And that's the same thing that you can do on Google with SEO. And then lastly, I would also start running some more TikTok ads. So taking some of this content and using it as Spark ads to drive even more traffic to your store and really build an omnipresent brand where you're retargeting your customers basically anywhere that they could possibly be. So retargeting on TikTok, retargeting on Instagram and Google. And while you have that system down, just continuing to harbor that community with organic content. And that's about it. As always, make sure you check out some of the links in the description, follow me on social media, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.